Alright, so when you are repairing your gel coat and trying to bring a new polished finish to it, the first thing you want to do is start with 600 grit, and I suggest you do that all by hand because you don't want to burn through the gel coat with a orbital sander of some sorts. So you don't want to do that. So I start with the 600 grit by hand, and then you go to your 800 grit, then you go to 1000 grit, 1200 grit, finish with the 1500 grit, all sanded, and then you hit it with the buffing wheel, and then hit it with the speed wax. I got all these tools from Harbor Freight. You can get a buffer and sander. There's your orbital sander you can get from Harbor Freight. Your buffer, I got from Harbor Freight, and all the compound and everything. And so after that, you want to polish it. That was the polishing wheel on there. And so that's the steps on doing it. And I'll try to do a time lapse. Never done one. I'll try to do a time lapse of me doing it. It's already kind of broken up a little bit. It's kind of fading already. Gel coat's almost gone, so our finish ain't going to be great. And I got to be real careful that I don't burn the rest of the way through. If you burn through too far, it'll start getting really shiny, especially in the metal flake areas. So you don't want to, I'm going to have to be real careful and be tedious with this job because it's already pretty well faded. But I'll do the steps and we'll see how well I can get it to pop back alive. So here's our finished product here. Doing it our method that I just showed. It's decent. It could be better. Like I said, some of the gel coat is faded in certain areas, so it's harder to tell. Something I forgot to mention is you got to use water when you're sanding. It's a wet sand process, and that's all it takes there, guys. A little bit of elbow grease and about 3 hours of work on that top side. So, you know, typically it takes me a boat, probably I got it down to about 9 to 10 hours. You go too fast and your results end up not being too good. So you want to take your time and making sure you do a good job if you're going to do it. So it could have been better. It's faded a little bit, but all in all, I think it'll be good to go, and we'll move on to the rest of the boat.